decide to save your world. Now, I didn't say the world because I know that most of us, we can't have that concept. We don't want to say the words that we're going to save the world because we don't believe that we could do that. However, if we were to save our world, then we would accomplish both things. And I know that for sure. We each are born into the world with equal abilities, talents, access to absolutely everything that is, but not all of the time will we choose to accept that or believe it or move in a direction that would allow us to know what we were given at birth. I'm saying that because I know for sure that every single person was given something when they were born that they were meant to actualize, to bring to life in this lifetime, the lifetime that they're living, to help the world evolve. And when more of us are doing that, then we don't end up with the kind of trauma and strife that we're experiencing in our world currently. And I know this for sure. You can look back and study history, and you can see changes that have happened throughout society and civilizations, and they're very distinct moments in time, and we happen to be in one. And everyone alive now is a part of this change that is happening in our world. All of the events that have occurred in the last several years are not accidental. They've been building for a while, just like you have, meaning that we live a life and we acquire information, we acquire wisdom, we acquire skills that we can then pass on to others. And if we were willing to do that, if we were willing to get beyond our fear and doubt, then we would do that. Who would be suffering then? No one. If we had a world where everyone knew what they had, that they brought something into the world that was valuable and could actually put it out there, we wouldn't be subservient. We wouldn't allow things to happen in our lives and in our world that cause us to feel disempowered rather than empowered. And every person has the ability to become empowered. The reason I'm talking about this is because I'm talking to myself. Because I developed something and I've been working on it for so long. For 50 some years I've been working on putting together information. I'm thinking, wait a minute, this is the time when I'm meant to use it. Saying that because this is what happens. We come into life, we're born, and we move through different events and situations, whether they're in our personal lives or in the world, and they cause us to awaken to something within us. Every single person, and I know you're feeling it now because that's what's gone on in the world, and that's what I had. And then I had to look at, wait a minute, I have something that could cause people, would allow people to feel how I'm feeling, but they don't have it yet. They don't have it because I had fear and doubt. Well, now I don't have that because I know that what I was given, I can see the process very clearly. And if I can sit in this state in our world and not have that fear and doubt that a lot of people are moving through right now, and I have that and I haven't really made it available to everyone, and so that's what I'm changing. Many of you know, if you've listened to me, I've talked about this, but I'm actually changing my program this weekend, and so that offer is going away because I have to move it to another place, and then I have to rework it in a way that's going to be so much more effective for everyone at this period, because we need everyone, all of us are going to need a little more guidance, help, support moving through this period because we're going through a big change. If you've read my Wilhelm, on any advice for today, you've seen I've spoken about this for the last couple of years, that we were going through what was called a restructuring, and that's why it's so chaotic. But it also said that chaos breeds unity. When we move through something uncomfortable, individually and collectively, we eventually come together and own more of ourselves. And that's where you are right now. You are needing to own who you are, because there's no reason for any of us to be afraid and doubtful if we knew our presence in the world made a difference. And it does, every single person. And I'm going to I can see it in my vision, a world of people walking around where they feel completely themselves. They don't have the fear. They don't have the doubt. They know where they're going and they're just doing their work. They know they're not going to live forever. So there's obviously something that they were meant to create and leave in the world now, their legacy. And that's what I'm going to do. I just want to give you this because the next few days you're going to see a lot of sad, uncomfortable things. And the uncomfortable, sad, dramatic, disastrous things that we view in the world cause us to go inside and figure out who we are. That's all that it ever is. Us coming to this term of saying, yes, this is me and that's why I need to be here. And you must think of this because we've put this together in a way now that we know science. We understand how things work and how creation works. I was just in a group with a bunch of coaches. We're putting together something to help people come into this place, and we're coming up with the names and the titles and all of that. And I said, okay, we're going to use Tesla. We're going to use that idea because we're in the process of creation right now, all of us. And so if you want to think about, know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of frequency, vibration. That when you look at all of that, you got, oh, wait a minute, there's something we could come together. We know that our thoughts are creating a kind of vibration, a frequency, and if we do that in a way, in the direction of what we want to create, and if more of us doing that, you mean we could have a different world? Yes. And so that's what I'm up to doing. That's what I'm up to figuring out. I just want to give this to you because I've come into so many people now, and especially now, that are really insecure and freaked out about what's going on. And I'm saying, if you take the time and get away from everything else that's happening and come into yourself, you'll have a different experience. I've done this forever, so I know. I mean, my morning routine, which I've talked about, that I've used forever, has allowed me to work through everything, all of my problems, all of that stuff, and to get to a place now of clarity. And that is the only goal that I have for anyone that I work with. And just know that what is happening for you right now is you're being asked to become your full self, so you can not only save your world, but also help the world at large. All right, see you guys soon.